Guys, I know I say it every time I'm in the South Pacific Islands, but this is how close to the ocean I am.
Hi guys, my name is Josh, some call me Fish Tank, and these are my adventures on the Lost Passport. For the next week and a half, I'm hanging out in the Yasawa Islands in the far northwest of Fiji. I'm island hopping with a catamaran called the Yasawa Flyer, and my first stop is Drawaqa Island. This island has something very special underwater. In the high season, it is known for its majestic manta rays, but what's even more impressive is the incredible coral reef that has been replanted by a team of marine biologists living right here on the island. Get ready because your mind is about to be blown.
Well, it's been a 5.5 hour flight followed by a 1 hour bus and a 4 hour boat and then a half hour tiny little boat, and I can tell you one thing, damn am I stoked to be here in Fiji at Barefoot Manta. I've come direct from Melbourne. This resort is absolutely beautiful, it's time to have a look. And that, my friends, is how you do a welcoming in Fiji. So now that we've finally arrived on the island after 12 hours of traveling that awesome welcoming and me changing my shirt, as you can see, it is so damn hot. It is time to check out my beautiful beachfront bure, bungalow, whatever. Let's go have a look.
So bure is the word Fijians use to describe what I'd normally call a bungalow. Barefoot Manta has a range of bures suiting all travel budgets. There are dorm rooms for the budget-conscious backpackers, traditional bures which are rustic private rooms, and then there's this epic glamping style beachfront tent, which is literally just a few steps from the water. If you'd love it as much as I did, hit that booking link in the description and it's yours. It's worth noting that the beds here are super comfy. You'll fall asleep to the sound of waves crashing just outside, and you'll also get this awesome outdoor shower looking up into the forest. But don't worry, no one's watching. Barefoot Manta is the perfect place to chill out during the day in the Yasawa Islands. And super easy to go for a swim whenever you want.
And guys, I know I say it every time I'm in the South Pacific Islands, but this is how close to the ocean I am. You gotta love Fiji, hey. I am literally 10 meters from the bungalow to this beautiful clear ocean.
You'll quickly learn that the people here properly live on Fiji time. They're super chilled out and friendly, just as I hope life would be in the Yasawa Islands. And a special note to the legend himself, Saki, who will make you kava and take you hiking for sunrise. Next, we're crossing over to the other side of the island's northern peninsula to this epic coral reef that we're about to explore as part of Barefoot Manta's Marine Biology tour. Wait till you see underwater, it'll blow your mind.
One of the things they do here is actually coral gardening. That means like rehabilitation of the reefs. So I'm going to be going out for a quick snorkel with Bette here for about 45 minutes to an hour to go check out some of the huge clams they've rehabilitated to the area, and a bit of coral planted here too. How long have you been working here?
This is my second year.
Second year.
I started working November last year.
Did you do marine biology?
Yeah, studying marine biologist and doing some coral conservation.
Yeah.
Like coral planting.
Yeah.
Habitat bridges. Yeah, and I'm happy to save the corals.
It's only about a 50 or 100 meter swim, so let's get underwater and check it out.
So I follow Bette out less than 50 meters offshore to explore this amazing coral reef next to Barefoot Manta Resort. There are loads of fish pretty much the moment we get underwater, and some really healthy looking coral. This is definitely one of the best coral reefs I've ever snorkeled. And we've only just started.
So right below us there are a few giant clams. They've rehabilitated the area, about 3. They've got about another 15 of them in a cage just about 50 meters out. I think we're going to swim out there as well.
Unfortunately, over time, these giant clams have disappeared from the coral reefs. They've been a really popular item in souvenir shops for tourists. Giant clams are a really multi-talented and critical species in the coral reef ecosystem. They provide shelter for fish, become a substrate for coral to grow on, and most importantly, filter the water for a healthy reef. So please, don't buy them when you visit Fiji.
The coral here is absolutely stunning. What's incredible is down below us, they've actually put like these ropes down to actually connect two coral reefs together. So it's like a little fish highway, get the thing growing. It's just incredible what they're doing out here.
Along the way we come across some coral, which has been damaged by dynamite fishing in the past. Apparently this single piece might be as old as 1,000 years, and damaged in just a few seconds. But the Reef Regeneration project has really brought back a healthy ecosystem. As you can see, there are loads of fish everywhere we look. I learned here that it's not just the number of fish that indicates a healthy reef, but the diversity of native fish. And this reef next to Barefoot Manta Resort is said to be one of the healthiest in all of Fiji.
And why do you keep all the broken corals here?
So the coral that they are big broken, we collect them and we keep them down here.
And it will regrow or no?
They will grow themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. First you have to clear the algae.
The dead coral will regrow from the beginning?
Yeah, will regrow.
Wow. So the dead corals, they're like the tourist kill, are planted back in the bottom of the ocean and they reattach themselves to the coral bed and grow again. Man, these guys are onto it here. I gotta say, this is probably the best coral reef I've ever snorkeled in my life.
And just as I thought it couldn't get any more amazing, Bennett points out a huge school of fish right below us. For a coral reef that was smashed up by a tropical cyclone just a few years ago, it is amazing to see how healthy it is today. This is the result of manual work and dedication by just a small team of marine biologists at Barefoot Manta Resort in Fiji's Yasawa Islands. Every day the staff head out to check recently planted coral is still in place. And after just a few weeks of this, the coral reattaches itself and starts to grow again.
That was absolutely incredible. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was an absolutely epic session there with the guys from Dive Safari. It makes you really appreciate the work that's been done on the coral reefs here out in Fiji. Replanting the reefs has really brought back an entire ecosystem that was destroyed by a tropical cyclone just a few years ago. And as you saw in those snorkeling shots, there's really so much marine life. And what's amazing is that the money raised from diving and snorkeling trips really goes back into the regeneration of the reef here. And it's an effort that when it works here, it can be replicated all over the world in many different countries. So if you want to go scuba diving or snorkeling in Fiji, I highly recommend you get down here to Barefoot Manta. Do a trip with them. There's 14 awesome dive spots around the place to go check out. Well guys, I've got to say that day one in Fiji has been an absolute success. I am here on Drawaqa Island at the Barefoot Manta Resort. It's been an absolutely stunning day. We've been out snorkeling, we've been doing a marine bio tour, we've seen how the people in Fiji have been regrowing coral from a reef that was destroyed by a massive tropical cyclone. It was meant to piss down rain today, and you know what? It hasn't, and now we are blessed with this absolutely beautiful sunset. Now it is time to really chill out, lay back, have some kava with the Fijians, and watch some of these local activities are going to go on tonight. Tomorrow is going to be another massive day.
After drinking plenty of kava that night with the Fijians, it's a bit of a tough wake up the next morning, but I managed to drag myself out of bed at 5 AM for the hike to the sunrise viewpoint with Saki, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty epic.
So it's morning of day 2 and it's bright and early before I head off to Nanuya Lailai Island. We are hanging at the peak of Drawaqa Island for sunrise. The hike takes about 20 minutes one way. It's a pretty steep walk and can be slippery if it's been raining, so one of the guides from the resort will bring you up here. The only challenge is you've got to wake up at 5 AM, and as you know, for me that can be pretty damn tough. But as you can see, the results from the top are pretty stunning. Take a look. Right guys, I just figured out it's not Drawaqa, it's not Drawaqa, it is Drawaqa. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video here on Drawaqa Island in Fiji. And as always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Follow me on the Lost Passport and more adventures around the world. There's loads more coming on Fiji that I'm sure you're going to love, so I'll catch you in the next video in Nanuya Lailai Island. Cheers!